Who's upstairs?
John Moore.
No, they're done.
They're all doors open.
Some of the floors that we can have wider
So it's like, it's like,
wider seats and also more
Would you like
legroom.
room, St. Peter? You could sit your ticket.
that'll be ready to go when we ramp done.
Okay, and are you continuing to go out and get this door up here, so you can buzz it down here and get it?
I'm working on it.
That's a consensus of the council to do that.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't think we're gonna zip it out of there. Just don't think so. People are aware of Thursday.
Don will monitor it.
I I've been to a lot of movies here, but I've never seen anybody use that entrance.
Okay, we're good to go. Welcome, everyone. Consideration for approval of minutes.
So moved. Second. Everybody awake now?
Speak here.
How was that?
Thank you, how is? I got work for you.
What's that back? Who's back?
Where's Linda when you're here?
Wait, don't write that down inside.
Good to go, Adam? If there's no more discussion, I think we've had plenty of discussion.
Yeah.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried unanimous. Consent items 5A and B, any questions?
So,
Donnie and Josh, any discussion? Sonny? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried unanimous. New business, MnDOT public hearing, Joe, November 18th.
MnDOT has requested a public hearing to be held your second regular council meeting in November to obtain public input in regards to the final layout that's being proposed for highway for construction, reconstruction.
And what do we need?
Just a motion to approve the hearing.
Well, okay, very good.
So moved.
Paul?
Second.
Mike, any further discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. To the folks that are watching or listening, then please come to their public hearing. And if you can't make it, call one of the council members or myself to let us know what your desire is for the mini roundabouts, because that will be coming up. Don had a letter in the paper last month, Don? About the input that's really need this from the community, so we know what your desire is and what you want. So please remember this, November 18th, right here at the community building for a second meeting, a regular council meeting at 7 p.m. Okay, 13B. This is Manufacturers Week, so I asked the council to approve the proclamation for manufacturing industry's dynamic part of Minnesota's economy, promotion of the sector's strength, success, high quality life. We provide manufacturing directly and indirectly provides 826,000 high-skilled jobs, which contribute to Minnesota's standard of living. Manufacturing is the second largest payroll among private sector business in Minnesota with $18.3 billion in wages in Minnesota. Manufacturing produces $43.7 billion in state economic impact, or 6% of the gross domestic product. Manufactured exports bring $20 billion into the Minnesota economy. Proclaimed the week of October 19th to 25th, which is this week, as Minnesota Manufacturers Week. Done.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Very unanimous. We'll come back to this tomorrow, we'll be back on before the, we'll talk about our lunch on Thursday. 13C, liability coverage waiver form, Joe.
Annually, the council is required to either not waive or waive the monetary limits on the tort liability for the cities or our liability coverage with the League of Cities. In the past, the council voted not to waive monetary limits.
And Steve has a recommendation.
That's correct.
So moved.
David?
No.
Okay, Paul, and Josh, any further discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried unanimous. Molly, I went to the proclamation for manufacturing week. Gonna give a little Bleep about this Thursday at the luncheon?
Sure, as you all probably received an invitation, each year we honor our manufacturers in some way, shape, or form. And we actually broaden it to say businesses generally. And so this year we're holding a luncheon out at the golf course on Thursday at noon, where we will thank our manufacturers for their contributions to the local economy. And we'll host a guest speaker, Greg Thomas, who works for Enterprise Minnesota, which is an organization that serves manufacturers. So he'll give a brief presentation. So I'd invite you all to come. It's really a nice time to thank all of the manufacturers and businesses.
So it's noon on Thursday to go first.
That's correct. Make sure you RSVP and let me know if you're going to be coming.
Very good, thank you.
What is the agenda as far as, you know, it starts at noon and about how long is it?
Right, it ends at 1. And we will try to keep it to that hour because we have a lot of people who will come out just on their lunch hour. This year, the golf course has given us a deal on golf. So for those of you that might like to golf and might wanna take your favorite manufacturer out on the golf course, certainly feel free to do that. They've extended that offer to us, at a reduced rate. But yes, generally, just the presentation and the luncheon is 1 hour.
We try to be pretty conscientious because how people need that.
Thank you.
Don? Paul? Steve?
No. So a couple things, reminder that the next meeting will be on Monday night, November 3rd, because the election is on Tuesday the 4th. I will send out an email reminder. And also, MnDOT does have a layout plan available at City Hall. You want to see the complete layout of the proposed reconstruction project that's available for review at City Hall.
That's a city hall. And is there a, we went through that information, MnDOT projected 6.2 or 4 million bucks, what was in that thing?
6.2.
Yeah, that includes, that's all of our infrastructure and our portion of with the extra foot on each side of the street, and lighting, lighting was in there too, that we're responsible for lighting.
Right, it does not include the extra foot.
Mhm.
That is an additional $200,000.
Includes the lighting. Was this always going to be our cost? I thought that some of that was gonna be MnDOT. I may have been wrong. Do you guys remember?
I remember
I thought it was our, I thought,
If we want the street to split wider, we have our church.
Well, by the churches,
No,
they
no.
agreed to that. didn't they?
yeah, they agreed to the widening at Augustana and Presbyterian Church. If you want the rest of the route wider,
That would be our
that
cost.
would be the city's cost.
Foot on each side
100% for cost.
for the extra foot. And if we're not gonna do it, there's no cost.
So we have to decide if we want that or not pretty soon in the
How would-
future.
How do they do that? Just kind of like this?
Paper.
Like the churches, you mean?
Yeah,
When they would get to the end of a block, they just, the next block would be a foot wide.
narrower,
The block.
Whatever,
just 1 foot total
on each side.
on each side, so it's actually 2 feet then.
Yes. And they say, with MnDOT, that with narrow streets, people are more careful and drive slower, which we don't necessarily agree with, but that's their studies that say. That's why they're doing it.
They going downtown.
Doesn't make a lot of sense, but, so that'll be coming up, so we all need to, think about that and decide how you're going to, be able to support that to make it wider or a foot narrower than it is now. If we have it the same width of what it is, we're gonna pay the extra, and I don't know how much money it is, but we'll know when we get to it. Otherwise, it'll be a foot narrower than it is now.
And parking.
Yes. Anyhow, okay, coffee hour yesterday. Just a reminder, compost site will be open the entire week of November 3rd to the 8th, depending upon weather, I would assume, from 9 to 12 and 1 to 6 p.m. And we'll have a thing in the paper so everybody knows that it's open. That's 2 weeks from now. Theater ramp is on schedule, start the 14th. Everything is ripped down, and they poured some footings yesterday. Not today, Bo?
Yesterday,
They were pouring yesterday when we were here for that. Again, Linda made homemade chocolate chip cookies, and Stray Cat furnished coffee as they always do for no charge. So thank you to Stray Cat for the cookies. Or for the coffee, excuse me, for the coffee.
Yes. Do we always lock up the parks? I don't know who's here. the park bathrooms, are we shut down this soon during the year? And I know that, you know, they're playing with weather, et cetera, but man, we've had such a great fall and the bathrooms are locked already for the season. I wonder if we could just kind of look at that and, you know, if it looks like a good stretch of weather, could we leave them open a little bit longer?
We can talk to Ray about that.
And I know they,
Late for this year because they are winterized now.
I know. And I know that takes a little bit of effort, but, well, we're gonna have a lot of people hanging out in the parks with this great extension of weather we've got, and there's no bathrooms for little or big people that are available, so. Just wondering if we could take a peek at that?
Sure.
No problem. Anything else?
No, I don't think so.
Blake?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything you wanna bring up, or just glad to be here?
Huh?
You just happy to be here?
Uh,
We're glad to have you.
sure.
Tell them why you're here, Blake.
What?
Tell them why you came up tonight.
No, the, new fire truck?
Good job. Have anything to do with your helmet? Okay, make sure you go and take a look at it.
Sure.
Joe? Mark?
Nope.
Mark? Adam?
Nope.
Molly? Okay, motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Thanks everyone for attending and have a good night.